everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author, and welcome back to my channel. I write young adult fiction across a variety of genres, and if you think that might interest you, then think about subscribing below. So today I'm going to talk about writer stereotypes. I think I've done an author tag video about this. If I can find it, I will link it up in the cards. However, I did that a long time ago and thought that it would be a lot of fun to talk about the stereotypes that are around and whether or not I fit them. So number 1, coffee/caffeine. I included both here because I'm actually allergic to coffee. It makes me wheeze, so I avoid it. But I do drink tea, and my first 2 cups of the day are usually caffeinated. Throughout my long writing career, I used to drink only caffeinated tea and would drink a whole lot of it. But then I started to have sleeping problems, so I cut it down to only 2 in the morning, and now, because of not being able to sit up for too long, I usually have a maximum of 5 cups a day. But I do very much meet this stereotype, more so in the past, like I said, but I need those 2 cups in the morning to kickstart my day. I don't know if the coffee thing is because a lot of the time the stereotypes start in the US, and they were in the past a lot more of a coffee crowd, and the UK was in the past more of a tea drinking crowd. But whatever the reason, I am very much in with this one. I do know a lot of writers who don't drink coffee or tea or any kind of caffeine, so I'm not sure how true it is on a wider scale anymore, but for me it hits home. Number 2, cats and sometimes dogs. Again, I included both because as time has gone on, this stereotype has expanded. I could probably have just put pets and it would fit, but I wanted to specify. Now, anyone who's been around my channel for a while knows I have cats. I live with 5 of them. The majority of the time you see either Miss Tortellini or Miss Mink on the channel, though I know Miss Violet has put in an appearance once or twice, and then before the kittens, Miss Pen was a staple on my channel. But yeah, I've always been one to have some kind of pet, and it's usually been cats. Dogs are cool, I grew up with them, but I've always leaned more to cats because of the low maintenance, sometimes, of taking care of them. But as a writer, I mean writing the script for this one, I had Miss Mink curled up on my desk next to me, so I am always surrounded by at least one kitty. Number 3, hordes of notebooks. Now this is one that I don't meet. I don't know if it's because of my disabilities and needing to type things rather than write them out by hand, but while I have a couple of notebooks, I don't have many of them and they are rarely used. My planner is probably the only thing I write in, and even then I do a lot of my planning on my iPad as well, so I don't know if that counts. I do know a bunch of writers though who have a bunch of notebooks on the go, and part of me has always wished I could handwrite as much because it feels like it would be more personal to look back on notes collected by hand rather than printouts or reading through things from a screen. While I did originally start out writing by hand and then typing things up at the end of the day, and I still do have the originals of that, I do very much prefer typing it. It involves less pain for me, which is always a plus, so it's not a stereotype that I fit into. Number 4, dodgy search history. As someone who writes a lot of crime, mystery and the occasional dystopian, I have to say that I do very much have a dodgy search history. I'm lucky that my stepmom used to work for the police, so I can ask her some of the questions, but a lot of the times I write first thing in the morning and it's not a good time to call her and ask about poisoning or body disposal. I always have a lot of contacts at the hospital, so I get to ask some of those hands-on questions there as well, but the same applies. Calling a doctor at 4 AM because you really want to know if these wounds would kill someone is frowned upon. And sometimes the only way to get some kind of answer for it is to Google it. So I imagine that, like a lot of writers, I'm on some list somewhere for the things I've searched for. This is very much one of those stereotypes that I think is pretty much unavoidable depending on what genre you write. Those who never deal with dead bodies or injuries probably don't have to really worry about it. And number 5, introverted. I know a few writers who don't fit this stereotype, but I am not one of them. I am very much an introvert, and while I can put myself out there and play the part of being extroverted, it does take a lot out of me. I don't know if it's just that a lot of writers spend a lot of time by themselves, so it attracts those kind of people, or if it's something else entirely. It's definitely not true for everyone though, but when it comes to me, it takes me a lot of mental energy to get out there and among people, even among friends and the like, so I fit this one to a T. So there we go, those are 5 writer stereotypes and the ones that I fit and don't fit. And basically, yeah, I had a lot of fun thinking this up. I had a lot of fun trying to work out where I would fit and where I wouldn't. And I really do like the idea that there are stereotypes that we all fit and some that we don't. So what's one stereotype that you fit into? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to pick up Cramming Chronicles: The Second Pang, which is the second in a young adult urban fantasy series. And also don't forget to grab a ticket for Author City in Birmingham in July, where I'll be signing books. All the links of which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.